So good afternoon. This is Sherman Crancer once again. Really thank you to everyone for joining here today. You know, more people kind of come in, about the 9:05 time frame. So this is the last call that we have today for the year, really. And want to say, first and foremost, thank you to everyone that has attended, these calls. Thank you to all of the support staff that has helped us out. And as we've kind of, gone through some of these things, we've gone through some struggles and some changes, and I think there's some really neat things to talk about. We don't have a PowerPoint for today, or I have one, but I'm not going to be broadcasting it because it's actually in the more content. So if you just click on the little screen, you go to manage content, then when you click on that, you can actually download the deck that I'm going to be sharing today. It's really good to do that anyways because you'll be able to get all the links and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and manage it. One thing I forgot to do actually is unlock it. So let me go ahead and unlock it now so everyone has access to it. So hopefully, today we're not going to have all of the same problems that we had, last week, which was, kind of difficult. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I want to go ahead and get into the agenda. So today we're going to do announcements, the end of the year announcements, really important stuff. Number two, commercials. We're going to show you some stuff that we just recently did with Divergent, as well as Walter Fawcett from Fawcett Technologies. And this is something that I really want to ensure that every one of you partners has a chance to do this. It's actually quite important. Then we have Tim Tetrick. He's going to be doing the Azure total cost of ownership calculator demo. We're going to pass it over to him. And then we're going to talk a little bit about just plain old networking. We're going to share some stories if you can. Then, we have the great T-Dog, T-Pain, Terry Eisinger, who is our IPDM, the king of operations. This guy is amazing. And Terry, you are amazing. You do a great job for everybody here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into announcements here. The first announcement is, wait, let me go up to here. The first one, I skipped over that one. Sorry about that. Really is the happy holidays kind of thing. We really appreciate it. Make sure you take some time off work if you can. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks and gratitude for everybody, being on here, trying your hardest, doing well, kind of evolving as a Microsoft partner. Because I think we talk about that a lot, right? It's about, evolution and my next thing to kind of talk about is what are we thankful for, right? And I think we need to take a step back and be more present. I think it's very easy to always think about tomorrow, even though I'm going to talk about thinking about tomorrow today on this call. But it's very easy to do that, and being present and understanding, your own business, understanding what the contributions of the people that were on your team. Now, if you're in sales, that's okay because there's contributions that people that you report to have made. And I think if we take a step back, let's be present a little bit today, look within and look within your own company and just mention to people, say thank you. I like to thank each and every one of you as the partners that are on this call to say, I feel very lucky and very fortunate to work with you, each and every one of you. I feel lucky. It's not what I can bring to you or I want you to sell X, Y, and Z. I feel lucky that I can work and watch, each and every one of you develop, change more, find more profit, find more dollars, basic dollars. Let's just bring it down to the basic piece of it. But I am just so thankful because I'm learning so much from you. Each and every one of the partners that I work with are just a little bit different. We have partners from super small to super big. And it's just fantastic, a great learning experience. And I can't tell you just how happy I am and how thrilled I am to be working with each and every one of you. So with that being said, happy holidays. All right, so there's another thing I just want to bring up here, and this is for everybody. And I know that we've talked about this a few times, and it's really a link that is the best link ever. And I think it's difficult to get your sales teams or any of your teams really to learn about the new, latest, and greatest technologies. And I'll be frank with you, I understand it because when we're giving stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, I got so many other things to do. I can't spend the time doing this, right? So, the way that I found that I learn a lot better than just being told different things is actually by doing, right? So the link is that I'll go ahead and post up here is the ADV help link. And with this link, I want you to, if you haven't already, I want you to cascade it down to your teams, your sales teams, and your engineer teams. Okay, now just kind of think about it like this for a second. Your sales teams are going out there and having brief conversations about Azure and Office 365 or Skype for Business. The reality is most of us don't really quite know, that there's 12 main things in Azure and then there's 168 other workloads that you can do, right? So you don't know how to right size it, how to price it, design it, et cetera, et cetera. And using this link right here is going to help you. So send it out to all of your salespeople. What I would suggest that they do is that as soon as they come back from a discovery call, right? They went on an appointment, they figured out all about the network. There's a potential opportunity to bid on the networking, to bid on the Office 365, the Azure, the infrastructure as a service. As soon as they're done and they got that information, I want them to go over to ADV Help, aka.ms/ADV Help. It's the least used resource that we have, but it should be the most used. Everybody should use it. So they go in there and they figure out how to open up a unlimited pre-sales ticket. So this organization is part of the Cloud Enablement Desk. It will basically help you price, design, and create an implementation plan for all cloud products. And actually, they just added on-prem products. So you might walk in if you're not into SQL. That isn't part of your practice, but you kind of fall into a SQL opportunity. Hey, let's use ADV Help to go ahead and reach out there. It's really, really important, super, super important. All right, so then we have another one that will be up later today. It's a shared documents file that I'm going to have for everybody. Let me go ahead and paste that in the window. It's basically just going to be the same thing, aka.ms/Crancer docs. And this is a place that you can get most of the information that we talk about here today, or if you need PowerPoints, you need those things. That URL will be working by the end of today, so please go ahead and bookmark that one. And then lastly, for the announcements, Microsoft Teams. So what we want to do is really start utilizing some of the technology that we currently have. And I'm going to be inviting each and every one of you to the Microsoft Teams site. Okay, it's going to be the Crancer Group site. And this is a place that we can share stuff, put documents, blah, blah, blah. We can, IM people, we can share with the group. One of the things that come up from time to time are issues or problems that can probably be, group sourced as a plan. We are all very careful and respectful of each other and our businesses. So let's, keep it, let's really move forward and working with each other, not necessarily trying to compete with each other. There's just enough business out there to do that. One of the things to take away from this is instead of, I reached out to the account executive, and sometimes it's really difficult to get them to say, yes, right? Because typically you got to think about the way they've always done businesses through EA, and a lot of times they haven't cracked the code, right? And a lot of our current partners here actually do that. What I liked about what happened was they basically got internal buy-in. Okay, and they did some proof of concept stuff already. They did an Azure Everywhere presentation internally, and really got them excited. So after that was, and they got the buy-in from the client, then Brian and his group sent actually an invitation out to myself and the enterprise agreement rep and their technical resource, and said, hey, let's all just get together to see how we can work together. And the way that it was presented basically took all of the potential risk out of the minds of the enterprise agreement rep, which I thought was just beautiful how you did it. Absolutely beautiful how you did it. And by the end of the call, there was a couple really complicated things that we were actually going to be doing ourselves. Microsoft was going to do some implementation on some complex pieces, but I got a IM directly after the call from the technical resource and said, hey, can FinchLoom really do this? Or can they do this portion of it so we don't have to? And I basically endorsed the heck out of them, saying, absolutely, are you kidding me? They totally have it down, no problem. So now what it ended up doing was, opening resources, opening their eyes. But now that group and that enterprise account executive is thrilled to get us in there, because basically Finchloom is going to be retiring quota. Brian, would you agree with that assessment? I'll go to bat for any of my partners. I'll basically do cartwheels, bend over backwards, give you my shirt. I'll, fly to go meet with the enterprise agreement rep if we have to. So just, this is a good way to really kind of work together. Make sure that you keep me involved, keep me in the loop, and then I can really help you out if all possible. All right, so let's move into the next section. Actually, this is going to be kind of fun. We're going to show some commercials that the great Walter Fawcett did here in a second, and we're going to do some that Diverge IT did. And what I want you to do before we play these, I want you to kind of picture yourself doing the same thing, because I want to get you in there. And then next, after you picture yourself doing this, you're going to basically get these commercials and you're going to be putting them up on your website. You're using this to kind of build, credibility and brand, and build your profile really within your community, right? So think about how these come out, okay, and think about how you want to do it, and then reach out to me and tell me what Friday you want to come here, and we'll start doing them. You'll be part of the show, as well as we have some sponsors that are coming up in the year 2000 or 2018 next year, and we'll go that route. All right, royalties. Walter, I don't know, but this is good stuff. All right, Kevin, so let's go ahead and get our first commercial for everyone to see. Hello, this is Sherman Crancer, Senior Partner Development Manager, and we have Walter here from Fawcett Technology Advisors, and we're going to be talking about CRM, Customer Relationship Management. So, in your words, Walter, why should a business invest in a CRM platform?
Well, the most important answer is growth. And for companies to grow, there needs to be management of the business, and it also needs to be management of the sales process. And CRM is the platform to manage the sales process that'll help you manage growth and know how your sales process is performing. Is it good? Is it bad? What's working? What's not working? What staff are working well? What are not working well? And as an owner, as a manager, it gives you the ability to have visibility into the data so you can have some control over the performance and know, where do I need to train? Where do I need to make changes? Where do I need to change my strategy?
Well, that's a fantastic explanation. Thanks so much for joining us today, Walter.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Sherman Crancer, Senior Partner Development Manager for Microsoft, and we have Walter from Fawcett Technology Advisors with us today. Let me ask you a quick question. So what are some of the tangible results that come from an investment in a CRM system?
Well, first, the concept of CRM, it's customer relationship management. Number one is visibility into your sales process. And in every company, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end to a sales process. With the CRM system, as a manager, as an owner, you should be able to see, where are things in the pipeline, how much do I have in the pipeline, what's working well, what's not working well. But some other benefits that'll come out of a CRM investment is, one, just having a master database of all the companies and contacts that you work with, which is really important. That helps protect the company if salespeople leave the company. Another one is the ability to have quick access to reporting and real-time information that's essential in decision making. And the last one's kind of the extra credit, and it takes a little bit to get there, is the ability to have full visibility to how your marketing processes are interacting with your sales processes, and then giving your salespeople visibility into the marketing interactions that their prospects have with the company.
Well, that is a fantastic explanation. Thank you so much, Walter, for coming in.
Thanks.
The great Walter Fawcett. I think he could win an Academy Award. I'd probably. Walter, what do you think, bud? This is unbelievable. That's awesome. All right, let's get into Diverge IT, and let's roll two of their commercials real quick. Hi, this is Sherman Crancer, Senior Partner Development Manager for Microsoft. So today, we understand that security is a big issue for everyone that's out there, phishing attacks, virus attacks. And I've got Connor here from Divergent. And I'd like to ask you, Connor, how do you approach, these issues within the marketplace?
So we've been using Microsoft's enterprise mobility and security with our clients to not only increase their security with two-factor authentication, but also provide the convenience of single sign-on and some other neat convenience features.
That's great. Now, Robert, how would you approach it, considering that a lot of small businesses are kind of overwhelmed with all the different choices and the potential price? How do you approach that?
Yeah, it's no small feat to walk a customer through the security options. And EMS has made it simple because it's a simple package. It's per user monthly subscription.
Okay. Gives
us the confidence to provide the customer a very comprehensive security solution, and it gives the client the confidence to allow their data, ensure their data is protected.
Great. Hey, thanks so much, guys, for coming out and kind of talking about how you guys apply enterprise mobility plus security to your clients. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Sherman Crancer, Senior Partner Development Manager for Microsoft. So Robert, how would you determine if you are the right fit for a potential client?
Well, as you know, that's one of our toughest challenges is identifying whether a client is a good fit. And we've developed an in-depth kind of analysis process where not only do we use state-of-the-art tools to perform gap analysis for security and other process-based issues, but we also perform a lot of interviews because we ultimately want to make sure that the client feels heard. And then Microsoft's a huge part of that because as we develop our plan to onboard a client, it's critical that we have strong and reliable systems to create a predictable IT solution for that client.
Now, how does Microsoft play a role in your analysis?
Well, it's really quite simple. Each client has very much the same needs. So whether it be shared file storage or the need to communicate. And Microsoft really provides best-in-class collaboration and business software solutions. So it's great for us to be able to come in and confidently predict the amount of support that's going to be associated with any given client or bringing them on.
Wow, that's fantastic. It's really, really refreshing to hear those types of things. So thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So that's the two from Divergent that I think were really good. So look, for the people that are on I want to get everybody getting these type of endorsements. If you look over here, you have the Microsoft sign here. Imagine you, me, the Microsoft sign. That's a good thing for everyone. All right, so let's go ahead and move this along to the great Tim Tetrick is going to be doing an Azure demo. He's going to be doing total cost of ownership. Tim, are you ready to get this started? Tim, do you mind if we just do a quick poll that kind of leads into your TCO? What is your estimate for the total cost of ownership for a $5,000 server and software? So $1,000 over 5 years. I don't have trouble getting clients, but many of them leave. $10,000 over 5 years. I tend to structure my billing so the client doesn't really know the real cost. $20,000. I think I'm getting more practical with these multiple choice tests. Am I off? Next is $30,000. This is the most likely the answer. It is expensive to own a server and many don't see the real costs. And then lastly, I have no earthly idea of the costs. I tend to stick my head in the sand and hope it all works out. So looks like six of you said 20,000. One said 30, and 4 said they have no idea. So we'll go with that and give it back over to Tim. So anyways, last call of the year. Thank you so much. I want you to have a great holiday. However you're going to celebrate it, make sure you you give your hugs and your kisses to your loved ones. And thank you for being part of the portfolio. I really, really do appreciate it. And I appreciate each and every one of you and your contributions. Just think, we are at the end of the year, right? Or not, at end of the calendar year. It's halfway through the Microsoft fiscal year. We need to trend between $75,000 and $100,000 in CSP, okay, to ensure that we keep you in the managed partner program. So if you're trending down, or you have less than that, or you don't know if it's going to be able to hit by 6 months, probably good to reach out to me and let me know that there might be a miss on that, because then I can maybe see about helping you out. And then last thing, Seth, the size of that deal. Okay, we need to engage some internal teams about that, because there might be some market development funds, proof of concept funds. There might be something that we can do to help offset the implementation costs. All right, everyone. Hey, thank you so much for your time today. We'll look forward to seeing you next month. And then I really need to get you all scheduled to come on in here. I don't want to be by myself again. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day.